Get ready for a thrilling ride with A House of Dynamite on Netflix, a political thriller that will leave you on the edge of your seat. This bone-chilling masterpiece, directed by the Oscar-winning Kathryn Bigelow, explores a terrifying scenario. What if one of America's enemies decides to launch a nuclear attack? The story unfolds with a simple yet gripping premise. A nuclear warhead is headed toward Chicago, and time is ticking. With just 18 minutes to prevent a full-scale nuclear war, the government and military's top brass spring into action. But here's where it gets controversial. Will their extensive training and expertise be enough to make the right call? Bigelow, along with screenwriter Noah Oppenheim, a former NBC president with political reporting experience, has crafted a realistic portrayal of the decision-making process in such a dire situation. Oppenheim reveals, "I spoke to countless experts who've worked in these high-pressure environments. One of the key elements that adds to the tension is the mysterious absence of the president on screen until the movie's final act. So who plays the commander-in-chief in this intense draw? Let's dive into the stellar cast of A House of Dynamite. Idris Elba as the President of the United States. British actor Idris Elba takes on the role of the president, a character who, ironically, holds the sole authority to authorize nuclear weapons despite being the least informed about the crisis. Elba's performance is sure to leave a mark, especially after his recent portrayal of the British Prime Minister in Heads of State. Rebecca Ferguson as the watch floor senior duty officer. Rebecca Ferguson introduces us to the movie as the senior officer in the Situation Room, responsible for overseeing duty officers and ensuring smooth communication with leadership. Ferguson's talent shines through, having previously starred in the Mission Impossible and Dune franchises. Jared Harris as the Secretary of Defense. Jared Harris delivers a heart-wrenching performance as the civilian leader of the Department of Defense, advising the president on defense policy. Known for his award-winning work in Mad Men and The Crowd, Harris is a force to be reckoned with. Tracy Letts as the United States Strategic Command Commander. Tracy Letts, a Tony-winning Broadway actor, portrays the senior military officer in charge of STRATCOM, advocating for a swift and aggressive response. Letts' performance adds an intriguing layer to the story, blurring the lines between good and bad. Gabriel Basso as Deputy National Security Advisor. When the National Security Advisor is out of reach, Gabriel Basso steps in as the second-in-command, advising the president on national security matters. Basso, who began his career as a child actor in Super 8, has since made a name for himself in Netflix's The Night Agent and Hillbilly Elegy. Anthony Ramos as the Fort Greely crew commander. Broadway sensation Anthony Ramos takes on the role of the military officer in charge of the Secure Command Center, responsible for managing the launch of ground-based interceptors. Ramos's talent extends beyond the stage, as seen in his roles in Hamilton, In the Heights, and the upcoming Twisters movie. Jason Clarke as the Situation Room Senior Director. Jason Clarke, who has previously collaborated with Bigelow on Zero Dark 30, plays the White House official overseeing the Situation Room. His character is responsible for coordinating critical information during national security crises. Jonah Hauer-King as the Presidential Military Aide. Jonah Hauer-King, fresh off his role as the prince in the live-action Little Mermaid, portrays the military officer who accompanies the president at all times, ensuring the nuclear football is secure and ready for use. Moses Ingram as the FEMA director. Moses Ingram, known for her roles in The Queen's Gambit and Obi-Wan Kenobi, plays the FEMA director, responsible for ensuring the continuity of government operations during emergencies. Greta Lee as a National Intelligence Officer. Greta Lee, a familiar face from Russian Doll and The Morning Show, plays an intelligence advisor within the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, offering expertise on a specific geographic region. Renee Elise Goldsberry as the First Lady. Even the president seeks advice from his wife, the First Lady, played by Broadway star Renee Elise Goldsberry, known for her iconic roles in Hamilton and Rent. Goldsberry brings a touch of elegance and strength to the film. A House of Dynamite is a must-watch for fans of political thrillers. With its star-studded cast and thought-provoking storyline, it's sure to spark lively discussions. So what do you think? Will the president make the right call? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss.